13 years ago, I was playing modded Minecraft on this YouTube channel, and I was playing a little mod pack called Feed the Beast.
Hello everybody, how are you doing? It is me. I am finally back. I know you guys have been waiting, or some of you have been praising that I'm finally off of YouTube.
Today, 13 years later, I am feeding the beast in a different way. Welcome to Snacktorio. This is an automation game that is inspired by the old modded Minecraft mod packs that is all about feeding a beast. Okay, it's a fantastic little pun. This is by the makers of Apico and Mudborn. Both are excellent games. I'm super excited to hop into Snacktorio today, so let's start and get a new file going. My name is Olexa, and I start cooking. Since the world first formed, the beast had roamed the lands, spawned from an endless void with hungry demands. Over time, their numbers and size grew, as did their greed. They could not be appeased. Extinction was guaranteed. When all hope was lost, all you can eat came to answer our appeal. They laid the table of the first supper and brokered a meal deal. With the help of the engineers, great machines were created, giant structures to produce enough to keep the beast sated. Over time, the knowledge was optimized and improved upon. The job of running the unlimited buffet was passed on. And that's where we come in. We are running the buffet. Hello, you must be the new recruit. I am the head chef, August. Hello, August. You come highly recommended, Olexa. It's lovely to finally meet you. We're short-staffed, so your timing couldn't be better. Uh-oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. First, you'll need to complete our training factory. This will make sure you have all the skills you need before heading out on your own. I'll assign you your very own zoo chef robot to help guide you. I've got to run some urgent orders in Scovara. Good luck, young chef. I'll check in with you later, but I'm expecting great things. Okay, so this is the tutorial of the game that with a snap of the fingers is now completed. I'm gonna save you from having to sit through the tutorial. There's actually multiple tutorials in this game. If I go this path, this is T2 where we start to learn the mechanics of the game. I played this yesterday, and I went straight to here. Oh, I didn't expect you here, Olexa. This is our fast-track course for experienced chefs. I guess we do need all the help we can get. Tell you what, my ambitious young chef, if you're confident you know all the basics, you can take this test to prove it. If you can successfully complete this test, you'll skip the training factory entirely. However, if you can't wrap your head around things, you'll have to go complete your training as normal and maybe come back another day with more experience under your belt. Good luck. I went into the I know what I'm doing, and I basically stumbled around for an hour and a half. I'm going to post that video on my second channel. You can watch basically this exact same video, but it'll be far less impressive, hopefully. So we're going to hop into I know what I'm doing, the training factory. With me having played through this level before, albeit not very intelligently. So this is me, and we have a bunch of little impy friends that we are following around. Our little impy friends are who run my machines, which are these blueprints up here. And there's a lot of different blueprints that we can make in the game. Let's talk to our zoo chef here. Hello, chef. This is one of our more advanced training factories for our foreign exchange chefs who have played the game before. And oh, my apologies, I didn't realize you're one of them. Even so, we still require you to complete the simulated order. Serving the unlimited buffet can be dangerous for the unprepared, and we can't take that risk. If you get stuck, you may have to go back and complete the training factory and experience some of Tomato Island first. However, this shouldn't be an issue for a talented chef such as yourself, assuming you didn't lie about your experience. In this case, I lied yesterday, but I didn't lie today. The beast is up ahead. I'll let you get to it. Okay, so here's some stuff, right? We have a wrench, we have a hammer, we have some wires, we have an item pipe, we have a platform, we have some ladders. And the entire goal of the game is to feed this guy right here, okay? Please provide required food. And we have to provide him halbondigas, okay? And we need to give him approximately 10 portions per minute, okay? So I am going to accept that. We can now open up our Goblin's cookbook here, and this is halbondigas. This dish takes me back to my brief exile to the Molten Marshes after an unfortunate misunderstanding with Pakabu, the Unseen Queen. Those were the days. Out in those scorched wastes, meals were sparse, but a fellow troublemaker showed me how to transform simple ingredients with just a bucket of oil. So here's the ingredients we need. We need 1 tomato, 2 bay leaf, 1 nutmeg, 1 green slime, and then 1 fluid ounce of oil, and 1 fluid ounce of the void, okay? And here's what we have to do, okay? We gotta first get our crops, our spices, our liquids, and any secret ingredients that we may have. Then we gotta use our machines to start putting all of it together, okay? We're gonna be chopping, cutting, grinding, cooking, frying, all kinds of various things, okay? Machines will let you take your base ingredients and form the components of hearty, delicious meals ready to feed the beasts. I'm sorry I had to. It's such a good pun, man. I absolutely adore it. And Snacktorio is a fantastic pun in among itself. Once we have completed and made our dishes, we're going to use the delivery cannon to gently pummel the food right into the beast's mouth. And then there are various things that happen as well, so there may be some ingredients that are overpowering, there may be a shelf life on some, food poisoning, super spicy ingredients, but we aren't going to have any of those in this very first level here. So we'll hopefully see those in a future level, which I will play if you like the video right now, and then also subscribe to the channel. So, how do we start, right? How do we start? I think it's important to understand what exactly we need to do with the halbondingas. First, I gotta get tomato and bay leaf into a blender, okay? I didn't know you could blend bay leaves, but I guess you can. That is going to make tomato sauce, okay? Good, or tomato sauce, depending on how you pronounce it. Then we need to get some green slime and some nutmeg. We need to put that into a mixer. That's going to form raw slime balls. Then we get a fryer, and we fry in hot oil to make fried slime balls. And then we have to chef-domatic the fried slime balls, tomato sauce, and a bay leaf to get halbondingas. So there's a lot of steps here is the reality. And we are going to be working that through. So this is hot oil. If I step in this, I am going to start dying, so it's probably not a smart idea to do that. But another weird thing to note in this game is that there are some secrets hiding throughout. There are some Michelin stars, which is a fantastic pun, and they are basically like little forms of progression that help you unlock new secrets around the world. And I have to imagine that I got to get over here somehow. So we'll figure that out later and figure out if I can get my way into this area, because there's really no other solid way to get there. So let's take a look around our environment here. We do have quite a lot of stuff, okay? We got sand, we got resin trees, we have some stone, we got some iron down here, some coal, some nutmeg. We know we're going to need the nutmeg. I got 2 furnaces that they've given me by default up here. And then we have some hot oil over here. We got our bay leaves that are over here. Down here is where the void is. We got some corruption, and then we got some void right here. And I can't make my way back up, so I'm going to have to slap down a ladder here and put my platform back on there and get this back going up. Let's also build maybe some platforms here to not fall into this hot oil. We got some water, we got some salt over here. And then we have the endless supply of tomatoes that are cruising through here right now. Very intriguing to me. So how do we start, right? Anywhere where we have these slashed lines in the background is free for me to build on, okay? And I think the very first thing that we need to do to ensure that our factory is working as intended is I need to power these furnaces, okay? So how do we power the furnace? The easiest way to power the furnace is to just put coal into the furnace. So let's start some automations already, okay? We got coal down here. I'm gonna set up some kind of automated digger, and then that digger is going to send coal into our furnaces. So this is where we can use our blueprints that we have, and we start to use our little green impy lads to help us build a factory. This kind of shows you all of the things that you can build. You got your essential machines, your gathering machines, your transforming machines, and then your processing machines. And then they just give you some helpful tools. So paste, copy, whatever you just recently deployed, and then any favorites that you may set throughout the game. So what we need is a gathering machine, and we need a miner, okay? And then with that, I can come right back in, I can grab my most recently deployed, and get another miner. Now, these, unfortunately, do not have any power at the current moment in time. So we have to power our miner before we can automatically start drilling our coal. This is where I'm just going to grab some coal myself. The resources are infinite in this game, so I can continue to break this piece forever, and the game's going to be completely fine with that. That gives me 25 coal. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to split a couple into here. There's probably some way to do half a stack. There you go. And then we're going to put the rest of the coal into here, and I can actually just click and it goes right in, which is very, very helpful. Then we set up some wire. Okay, so we're going to connect those up, and I'm going to run some wire down to our drillers, and they're going to start drilling. Now, how do I get items out of our driller? Right now, it's just holding in here. We're collecting some battery. I can run some item pipes. Okay, so our item pipes we can put down. No, I don't want my wires, brother. I want my item pipes. We can set these up, and they are going to start pumping out. Inputs and outputs are kind of handled automatically in this game, which can be a little tricky to deal with, but it's okay. Orange for output, blue for input. If you have played thermal expansion in modded Minecraft in the past, this makes a lot of sense to you. This entire game is going to make a lot of sense to you. So now we have the coal automated. We got to get this guy also set up. I'm just going to run him up to there as well. And we have ourselves power for our factory. What's nice is I can stack item pipes on top of my wire. So I can run multiple things around our factory and kind of just like set up a wire that just goes across the entire place. And that's going to be very, very helpful for us. Now, I know that we kind of looked at what we need to start with here, and let's take a look at our cookbook again. We got to get some tomatoes and some bay leaves and put it into tomato sauce. Okay, let's start doing that. All right, let's start doing that and get the first part of our factory set up here. And I feel like this area being like very wide open, even here, is also kind of reasonable for this. But I almost want to put it here for some reason. It just feels like a better location. This is coming from a guy who's already played the level, right? And I put everything right here and it was atrocious. So I want to spread out the love. This area seems like a very nice open spot for me. Let's run some wire down here because I am going to need to set up some bay leaf extractors, and that's going to be our harvester here. I'm going to do 2 of those. Now, we are using up little green imps every time we put down machines, so we got to be a little careful. We only have 20 that we can use, and that can get a little spicy. So these are now collecting. I will say that the amount of power we have is, it's slowly rising, but it's not necessarily keeping up at the current moment. And we may want to consider, this is the other nice part about this game, man, is we can set up our own dedicated lines here. And we can maybe even set up another furnace over here. And then we can set up potentially this guy. If I do some new drillers here, and then a new driller, go back for a second, a new driller here. Now we can have 3 dedicated lines of coal. And I think that that's probably a smarter idea. This is going to get even more power into our factory. We're going to have more machines that we need to mess around with. So I think this is good. Let's pipe our bay leaves out of here. And we're going to send them up into here. And I'm going to send these over this way. So we got our tomatoes. We got our bay leaves. let's set up our machine we need to combine them. Okay, so this is going to be our blender. We're going to blend tomatoes and bay leaves to make tomato sauce. And I'm going to just set up our... Let's set up our blender. I'm going to set up the blender right here. So let's grab our blender. I got to figure out where the heck it is. Processing machine, blender. Okay, so tomatoes are going into there. I do need to get the bay leaves into here as well. And then this is going to start making tomato sauce. And the bay leaves are going to roll into there. We do have to power this guy. So let's run a wire down to here. He's now powered and happy. Bay leaves are coming in. Tomato sauce getting made. I mean, it's just that simple, ladies and gentlemen. So the next step is getting the tomato sauce out of the tank, right? Because we have to eventually combine the tomato sauce in our Chef-O-Matic. We do have to make slime balls. We do have to get nutmeg, get all of this fried and mixed and whatnot. But I want to do a little infrastructure here to make sure that we can pipe our tomato sauce out in the end. And to do that, I'm going to need some fluid pipes. We have item pipes, but we don't have fluid pipes. And that's where we can go over here to our sand and our resin trees. This is going to allow us to make rubber, which we need to make fluid pipes. So let's set up a harvester on here. And obviously we need to power him. And he is going to start harvesting the tree. And theoretically, this should make us a resin. Okay, perfect. Now, resin is used to make rubber. All right. And I can look this up somewhere because I don't necessarily remember the exact recipe to do this. There's a lot of, you can see everything in here. So every little piece that you need exists in here. And this is what we really need right now is the oven, something to heat up our ingredients. This will turn ores into ingots and resin into rubber. Okay, so we need to get ourselves an oven. And I need to get sand to be put in the oven to make glass. So I'm going to need 2 ovens over here. And I'm going to need another harvester over here. Probably a miner, right, to get sand out. We'll pump some power over to this machine. I love that you can just connect them up. Makes it very, very easy. Let's set up a oven here. Now, I'm using a lot of my resources. This is a temporary area, in my opinion. I'm not going to need this forever. Okay, so we're going to output sand into our oven. Oven needs to get powered. So let's power you. That should now be cooking. And this is where we have now kind of run out of... Hey, why are you not getting coal? Oh, I've got a arrow pointed the wrong direction, man. There we go. And now we got tons of power because I just put another damn unit online. Okay, this is excellent. This is very good. There's a chance that maybe that's going to split and go off in a different direction. But it looks pretty good to me. I think it looks fine. And now we have power for days. Everything is running. Let's get this set up. Now, this is where this gets a little annoying, man. You need to set things up in such a way in this game. Sometimes the inputs, outputs get a little screwy, and I wish that I could manually change them, but I can't. So it's fine. If I do this, it still thinks it's a damn input, man. But I can maybe manipulate it to add a arrow. Like, let's what if I add it back now? Put it back. Nope. Still hate me? Okay. Then let's change this a little bit. What if I go this way and we set up the oven here, it still thinks it's an output, man. Brother, please, I'm begging you. I need you to be an input. Okay, get rid of all of them. And then set up the oven. Still thinks it's an output. How the heck do I change you to be a dang input, man? There are different modes to the hammer. This is basically what I want to destroy. And then the wrench does not have modes. You're doing good producing resin. I have a lot of resin in my inventory. I suppose I could just, Also, what the heck is going on here? I put another oven down over here. I do not need another oven there. I need a pipe there. I guess I could, So that's making glass. What if I pipe that now into... I really just need you to work with me a little bit. Make an oven, please. It's still an output. It's the never-ending oven. They're all outputs, man. I don't want to output the resin into the oven. I want to input the resin into the oven. Maybe it has to be a, like, from below. So we could do something... Well, at this point, let's drag it. I just destroyed the entire tree. Let's drag it all the way over here, and then we'll put the oven here. Still an output, man. You have to... There, I click right here, and that changes input to output. Okay, hold on. Then we're going to completely rework this. Let me change the mode on now. I just removed everything. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I want to remove pipe. Fine. We don't need more than one resin tree. So then if we do this, and then I change your mode here. You're an oven. There we go. You're an input. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. That is ideal. So now you are making rubber. You are making... You should be making glass. I feel like you are. Yeah, it's just popping out into my inventory. Perfect. What an ideal factory so far. Then we just need to make a fabricator. Okay, so the fabricator is kind of like a crafter. This can make tools for our factory, and we can make fluid pipes, and that requires rubber and glass. So then I can put this into here, and I can set up this as an input, and you go down into there. This as an input, you go down into there. This is good. You can understand that when I first played, if I didn't know that I could change my inputs, I probably was playing actively atrocious the entire time. That goes into there and is an input. And look at this absolutely gorgeous little factory that is now making me fluid pipes. Perfect. Okay. This is one of those moments where we just let him stay and vibe for a little bit. He's doing good stuff. I'm very, very pleased. This is doing good stuff. I got tomato sauce for the rest of my life. So that's very good. Let's set up the next piece. Okay, so I got to get some green slime and some nutmeg. Okay, and I got to mix the green slime and nutmeg. Now, we know nutmeg is over here. So let's actually break a little bit of land here. And I don't think I'm going to need more than one miner of nutmeg. So I think that this is fine. I'm going to run a line down to him. And then we're going to start piping some nutmeg up over here. And I think in a perfect world, we would set up this to kind of just like exist right here. So we have to do the mixer. And let's set up you as an input. So that's going to be putting in, we want to make raw slime balls. It's going to be putting in nutmeg. I just need to make this guy now, the green slime. Now, how do we make the green slime? That is a very, very good question. Green slime is made using void and spare ingredients in a matter manipulator. Okay. So I gotta get void from all the way down on the bottom. I gotta get spare ingredients, which we can just, like, going to tell you right now, we're making a crap ton of tomatoes. Like, they just keep coming down into here. There's 657 tomatoes in here. So I kind of like the idea of setting up a path that sends some tomatoes this way, because our void's all the way down here. So this would be a good spot for us to make the thingy, right? This is a good matter manipulator. So transforming machine, matter manipulator, and we're going to do this. Now, I have to tell these pipes where I want things to go, because right now the tomatoes are like, I see an input to this machine, I'm going to this machine. And that's where I can slap down a splitter, okay? And the splitter basically says, what ratio do you want to send in what direction? And I'm going to say I want to send this way and this way at a 1-to-1 ratio for both. And that way we should see tomato comes in, tomato comes out. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Okay. Cool. Very, very cool. Let's go start setting up the void down here. We're going to need a pump. That gets him going. I am going to need to power this pump as well. And I'm going to need to run pipes through here and wire through here. I'm going to need to do a lot over here. And I can't run that through it, so I got to run the pipe up or the wire up my ladder. And then we'll get you connected here. Let's set up you to destroy wire right here, just to not waste it. We may need a little bit more power, man. Like, I'm realizing now that the factory is basically entirely out of power. So you know what that means. Set up another damn digger over here. I need another furnace up here. Let's close this for a second. I need another furnace up here. And then we are going to set up a miner right here. I am running out of my little guys. But don't worry yet. Don't worry. This comes up, and then this goes up, and that's an input. That goes up, that goes up. Now it's very clean. I mean, I think that looks good. And you have now even more factory online to make life happy. Cool, very good. Let's go grab some fluid pipes, man. We're going to need it for the void, because void is a fluid. And just keep in mind that as soon as... 416 fluid pipes. I'm going to tell you right now, there's probably 416 spaces in this map. So I'm really not concerned about needing more fluid pipes than this. I kind of think that I can tear down this entire infrastructure, and that's going to give me a lot of these blueprints back. I'm going to do it, okay? I'm going to do it because I do not need all of this. So break it all. Break all this. Now I got a nice 5 back, which is very helpful. I will say that I probably now don't need 4 power creators because I just removed like 6 machines that were using the power. But that's fine, okay? Look, we go for... the most efficient is not always the most fun, right, gamers? Okay, so you are making void. That's very good. Let's start pumping void up here and into our matter manipulator. And that now needs some void materials, and I want you to make slime. And are you making slime? You're making slime. Now that is a great bit of news for me. So at this point, I gotta get slime up into this machine, which means that I gotta connect you. But right now, I need you to just go this way. I gotta connect you to this line here. But, I need to create a new type of machine right here, which is a really fun machine, and that is the sorter, okay? So what the sorter does basically allows me to pump out certain types of resources in a certain direction, okay? And we're going to need... I actually don't need the sorter here, because I can just tell this to always go up right here. That way, when we hook up this guy to here, he's just going to go up instead of going back down into these machines. Where I need the sorter actually is right here. So let's put him down. And here we're going to say Send bay leaves to the right. And then slime balls, which I'm going to just grab one here. Send slime balls. I'll put it down in here. Send slime balls to the left. Okay. And then now, if I hook you up, you're going to output, slime balls go up, and start heading to the left. I do need to make this an input, because then the output to this machine is going to go up. But that should now be making some raw slime balls. Beautiful. I mean, that could not go any better, in my opinion. So that's lovely. What's our next step? What's our next step? We now have to fry the raw slime balls. So we have the fryer in burning hot oil, and then that makes fried slime balls. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. We got two places we could get hot oil, although we can't get a pump here. So I'm gonna have to do it here instead, which is fine. But I gotta think about how I want to move that up here, right? Also, you have a little exclamation point on you. I think it's probably just that you're maxed out on tomatoes, which is interesting. I mean, we could probably... I don't know, dude. It's infinite tomatoes. You're also maxed out. You're maxed out on these as well. That's fine. Let's... How do I want to bring the hot oil up? Because we need to now form... The fried balls are going to come out here. So we kind of want to have a fryer here. So let's get the fryer. And then we're going to need to run an item pipe. Output, input. That's perfect. And then we can run these down, except we can't. We can't because this is technically in the way. Okay, let's just remaneuver this a little bit. So this is going to be our sorter instead. Can I actually, if I Control C and then Control V, I can just move you? To be fair, it did not, did you keep my settings? And then I just removed you? Control V it back? Stuff is going to be going the exact wrong directions now. So move this to here. And then what is marked inside of this? So this is still right. There is going to be some stuff that probably is going the wrong direction right now, but it looks fine to me. And then we can run this pipe down and over, and then we can run it... Well, we're going to run into an issue here too. Because now we have the problem where we're going to run into the void pipe. Okay, so I guess let's run this. We can run it alongside this and down, and then we can set up the pump over here for the oil. And I think that this is still fine. We'll have to run over a... Okay, there's the pump. You got to get powered. We have to run over power to it. But that's not that bad. You're going to start pumping oil, I think. Yeah, okay, perfect. So you're pumping oil. How fast do I need 2 of these? It looks like you perfectly keep up. So I would say, you know what? I would say that that's actually like damn near perfect. This should now be making fried balls. It sure is. It sure is. Okay. So then what's our last step? Our last step is the servomatic that needs chef-domatic, sure, that needs fried slime balls, tomato sauce, and bay leaf. Okay. Tomato sauce is over here, brother. How the heck am I getting that? That's actually a big problem. That's a big problem, because I need to be able to have the tomato sauce coming... Because I almost want to set this up, like, up here, right? Which means that I need to run the tomato sauce along this pipe. Which means that I can't run the hot oil along this pipe. Okay. Yeah. We need to rethink this. That means I need to run the oil up. I mean, dude, no matter what, I'm getting in the way here. Because unless I start making the tomato sauce over here, which we can do, we can definitely do that. Okay, we could definitely do that. Let's figure out how to get the tomato sauce being made over here instead. So, okay, yeah. This will be fine. This will be fine. So, am I really about to remove all of this tomato sauce? I guess the answer is yes. So, you're gonna go away. I now need... bay leaves need to go this way. Okay, so bay leaf goes this way. And tomato goes this way. And then we need another breaker point for you. So we're going to put a sorter here, which is basically going to... this is going to be sending slime guys up. And then we're going to break these. I need this pipe to go into there. I need this pipe to go into there. Then everything else needs to run this way. And let's just make it go up here. So then this is going to be a sorter. And I need nutmeg to go right. I need fried slime balls are coming out of there. So nutmeg needs to become an input here. This is just... it's spaghetti, okay? I'll be the one to say it. It's spaghetti. So nutmeg needs to go right so that it can input in. This needs to forever go up into there. Then the slime balls flow the opposite direction. They go left. And then they're going to go up into what is going to be a Chef-O-Matic that's right here. Okay, so Chef-O-Matic it's an assembler, right? This guy. Chef-O-Matic, okay. And then you need to be a input. Very good. And then you need to send slime balls up. Then I just need the tomatoes need to flow. The tomatoes need to flow. I need another sorter here. So let's get another sorter here. Nutmeg goes up. And then there needs to be an output. You have to stay going that way. You have to stay going that way. Tomato goes through here. And then I also need bay leaf to go through here because I need bay leaves in two different places. I need to still make the tomato sauce over here, which we can still do that. We can still do that. So then give me tomato going left, bay leaf going left. That gets to here, tomato going left, bay leaf going left. And then we're going to set up another sorter here. And then this is where tomato, nutmeg go right, bay leaf and tomato go up. And we set up our, that was a blender, right? Blender goes here. Set this to be tomato sauce. Wire you up. It's already connected. It's a beautiful day. You go up here. And that should be sending, yep, that's sending those two. And then the output of that is our fluid pipe that is sending tomato sauce into the Chef-O-Matic. Here's the problem, okay, is I also need bay leaf to go up into this. So I also need a splitter here that... well, that's going to be a problem, brother. That's going to be a problem because I have bay leaf flowing through that. How do I get bay leaves? Because I got to get bay leaves into this, right? So it's this, fried slime balls. We got those, but then we need more bay leaves. And the bay leaves are flowing. We missed this. So you have to go left, and you have to go left. That's sending them to this one, which is flowing them to here. We can set up bay leaf to also go up here, but I feel like it's going to hit the first one. Are you sending bay leaves up? See, that looked to me as if the bay leaf just went left. Now, I will say, we could just put 999 bay leaves into this. And that feels like that's probably good enough. This thing needs power, which I can run like this. That's probably going to be good enough for the rest of our life, for what it's worth. But it's not fully automated, which kind of makes me cringe a little bit, right? Makes me cringe a little. What if we do a... No, I can't do that either. Getting bay leaves over this is actually a lot trickier. I don't know. Maybe I don't care about it being fully automated. And I'm fine with this. Let's hook up now. This comes over. And then the idea here is we slap down a shooter. So it's the delivery cannon. I actually need 2 thingies to do this. So I think it's probably time. Can I remove one of those, man? I don't know if I can, to be honest with you. I feel like I've kind of got everything we need here. Only one pump down there. Maybe I can remove another power option. These are obviously not in the correct spot. Why are those going into there? Why is that going into there? I need... Okay, wait a minute. The raw slime balls. What are you making, brother? Because this is the fryer. How do I make the slime balls, man? Did I screw something up here? This thing is making green slime. And then I need the recipe back. Green slime, I need the mixer. Where's the mixer? This is a fryer. Sorter. Where the hell's the mixer, man? Splitter. Sorter. Miner. Have I just, like, completely forgotten how to do this? Fortunately, you have 920 of these raw slime balls, so that does make this easy, but you're going to be just collecting stuff for the rest of my life. I've royally screwed something up. I don't even know what the something is, but I have royally screwed it up. Okay. Remove these. We're going to see if we can survive off of the power that we have. I feel like we probably can. We're making... Oh my god, look at all the damn bomodingas, man. It's a disturbing amount of them. Okay, get me a shooter, and we will complete the level. It is... I mean, it's not fully automated. I will say. Because I definitely screwed up something somewhere. Probably in the reworking of all the things. But this is looking good. After 60 seconds of delivering you regular bomodingas, you're going to be very happy. And, I mean, I think we're off to the races, right? It's a success. Now, we're not done, okay? We're not done because I need to make it over here because I got to find my Michelin star. And there's only one approach I can think to get over here. The first is that I could potentially, if I like made platforms up here, and then I mean if I get down a couple of these platforms, I don't know how to make those. So let's go look at. We need to get a fabricator back in, because this is typically the tool you do to make things. So like a scaffold. This is an iron ingot and a coal. Okay. Which means that I also need an oven right now. So let's get an oven in. Oven only costs 1, fortunately. So run some power to both of these. I've got 999 coal on me, which is pretty good. So you are going to... Honestly, I don't even... No, you go in here. Yeah, so there's the coal. And then I just need some iron. We can just mine it, right? I don't need a lot of these. I just need a couple. Like, we just need this to make a few ingots so I can make a couple scaffolds. So throw the iron into here. That should make me an ingot or 2 or 3 or 7 or 1. Yeah, 1 sounds okay. And then we'll throw our ingot into here. That's going to make 8 scaffold, which is plenty good enough for me. So there's my scaffold. Let's come up here. And this guy should be, like, over the moon pleased. So this guy now, I can talk to him. Excellent, chef. It was a pleasure to watch you work. Thank you very much. I'm proud of me, too. And feels like I've succeeded. This is satisfactory. Food has been provided. Very good. I feel like that you should allow me to complete the level now. Do I have to, like, right-click you? I'm sure there's some way to order up is completed. I mean, we did it, okay? But we got bigger fish to fry. I gotta figure out how to... Is that gonna block that? Yeah, it is gonna block that. Okay, so you break, put these back, and then let's break this and this. Service is no longer met. That's okay. He's gonna get right back to being met. Right? That's shooting and the... It does kind of look like that's not going into him. Is it going into him, man? Hey, don't stop now. I was just starting to get full. Okay. First things first, jump to here. I am getting Bomodingas right now. Put these into the output, man. I can't put them in the output. Do this. Can you output those, please? Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna try to make this. Okay. So that gets me here, and then it's just the world's worst jumping puzzle of all time. This is a mess. Okay. Beautiful. And then I go up here. And then this is where the tomatoes have been growing this entire time. But the most important thing is here is my secret star, okay? A hidden Witchelin star that I found. Can we talk about the fact that it's completely and utterly insane that a tire company kind of runs the food... I'm gonna die. Yeah, okay. I'm completely dead. That's okay. I'm fine dying. You got something to say? This is just your normal stuff. That's fine. Let me get back here now. Try to pick up my stuff. We can always... Oh, frick. Yeah, it's fine. Just get out. You're good. You're good. Life is good. Life is very good. Excellent, chef. I will inform head chef August and get your paperwork updated. Get some rest. We leave for the Tomato Islands in the morning. Michelin stars, 2 out of 2. Beast fed, 1 of 1. I've served 87 dinners. And make that 88. Okay. What a success, man. What a success. A good first mission here. And it means that we've completed the training factories, which is even better. I can also come back in. I can continue working on this in the future if I want to. I'm never going to want to. So you'll never see that factory ever again. But welcome to the kitchen brigade, young chef. Oh, I knew I saw potential in you. There's been a concerning increase in beast activity across all the islands, but given your performance, I think we'll manage just fine with your help. For your first service, I'm assigning you and your sous chef to the Tomato Islands of Pomora. Nothing a chef of your caliber can't handle. When you're ready to depart, press the arrow button nearby or select the next island from the overview bar at the bottom of the screen. Okay. Here we are, Olenki, Pomora, the Tomato Islands. The red fruits that grow here are a staple ingredient for a whole host of recipes. We have several orders to get through, but let us take it slow until you're feeling more confident. Appreciate we are asking a lot of the new chef, but these are desperate times. I'll be here to support you every step of the way. When you're ready, let's go and tackle your first real beast. So the 50 minutes that we just spent doing this level, not the real beast, apparently. This is where we really start, is World 1, Level 1, Order Up. And if you want to see more, like the video, subscribe. I'll be back to play some more Snacktorio. I had a blast doing this. I love modded Minecraft. I love the makers of this game. I just love it. I love it. I think it's great, and I'm very happy. I'm going to play more. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.